Hey everyone out there in Facebook land. My name is Rachel Novello and I'm actually broadcasting on both my fitness page and also over on the Soma Soul Facebook page. So I'm gonna give it a couple of minutes for people to join. I'm not gonna start my workout probably for another couple minutes, but I've found lately that using Facebook Live, it takes a few minutes for the notifications to get out there that somebody's on live, and then it takes a couple minutes for any comments or people popping in to pop up on the screen. So I'm gonna give it a couple minutes, and while I do that, I'm actually just gonna get my Soma Souls put on. So today what you guys are going to get from me is about a 30-minute workout. It's going to depend on really kind of quickly how quickly I can interchange the links and get into position for the different moves that I'm going to do. So you guys will have to bear with me a little bit because I will be honest, I've not done a full 30-minute workout. I've interspersed it a little bit here and there, but I haven't done one completely from start to finish, so this is going to be fun. So what I'm doing right now is I'm actually just getting my Soma Souls on. I don't know if you guys, I don't think you guys can see it. I can back up a little bit. And when you do get these, for those of you that don't have them yet, for today's workout, when you do get them, they actually tell you which foot it goes on, which is good for people like me that tend to get things a little bit backwards sometimes. So you can get them right snug on your foot. And once they're on your foot, you'll figure out the best way for you to keep them on comfortably. And I found that for me, if I just disconnect the heel portion to take them off, that seems to work well for me. So you guys can kind of figure out what works for you in that sense. So let me just get these kind of snug on my feet here. It's taking me a second. And I don't see anybody jumping on quite yet, so we have a little bit of time. So I hope everybody's having a fantastic Saturday. I had some boot camp classes this morning that I did and a couple of clients, and now we are getting ready to have some friends over for dinner tonight. So I'm really excited. It looks like, hey Jen, I see you over there, I think, popping around on Facebook. And I don't know if you guys can see, I'm kind of putting this back up and through to get it out of the way of my links here. So just gonna get this other one on, and then I'm gonna kind of move right into things here to get stuff moving along. So I hope that some of you out there, hey Susie, have purchased a pair of these or have looked a little bit more into purchasing them, because they really are a great addition to your home gym. I've been able to take them with me to my studio. I've actually used them out on my front porch while my son has been watching the school buses drop kids off. So they're super convenient, and I love having them with me. So I hope you guys will try and get your hands on them. So looks like I'm all snug in here. So I'm gonna tell you the exercises that I'm gonna do as I go through them. I'm not gonna go through all of them. There's about 8 that I'm going to do. Hopefully that will take up the full 30 minutes. I am, as you can see, I am in my own home here on my screen porch, so you can probably hear a little bit of the birds chirping around me. So if you can't hear me, I will do my best. Unfortunately, as many of you that use Facebook Live know, you kind of have to back up a pretty good distance away from the camera in order to really get the full effect. So I'm gonna head on over here and I'm gonna start hooking up my links. So as you can see, I have everything laid out here. I have my 2 handles and I have 3 links. I have 2 shorter links and a longer link. Today I'm gonna primarily be using my long link and only one of the shorter links. There are different exercises that you can use that intersperse these links, and that's one of the things that's going to kind of slow down our workout a little bit, is going from the short links to the long links and back again. But what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to do a traditional circuit workout, styles how I do it with most of my clients, and that's going to be 4 exercises, an exercise done, each one back to back, 3 times through, and then moving on to the second circuit of workouts. And this is going to be an entire full body exercise that you can do at home, like I said, at the park. You can even take these to your own gym and kind of do them over in a corner somewhere. And like most of that portable equipment that I tell you guys about, it doesn't take up a lot of space. So that's one of the big key features of this, is that it really doesn't take up a lot of space. It's not a ton of money, and it gives you a great workout anywhere you go. So I'm gonna get right into this, and I'm gonna use my long link first. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna come to the inside of that sole, and you're gonna loop the link all the way down up and through so that it's on the inside of your shoes, okay? Because there are links on the outside as well. You want to make sure that the link is nice and flat all the way around so that you avoid that ripple effect, which will rub the link and cause it to fray, and you don't want to have that. So then you're going to hook your handles up, kind of get yourself into position, and what we're going to do, the first one we're going to do is an overhead squat. So as with, you know, any resistance bands, the more tension you put on it, the harder it becomes. So if I stand here, this is going to be really easy to do. If I spread my feet out, there's going to be more tension. So I'm going to get into a nice wide stance here for this. I'm going to get these wrapped around my shoulders, and I'm going to keep my elbows at shoulder height here, squeezing them back so my elbows are parallel to the floor. And then I'm going to sink right down into a regular squat, keeping those toes pointed straight ahead, knees back, weight in the heels. And you're going to come down, and you're going to do this for 12, okay? Making sure as you come up, you're really squeezing those glutes at the top, keeping the weight in the heels, really feeling that quadricep muscle burning as you come down, pushing yourself back up, using that resistance band. One more here, and stand. Okay, so that is your overhead squat. I'm actually gonna go right into a bicep curl, which requires me to use my smaller link, but watch how quick and easy this is, you guys. In the amount of time that it takes a normal person to go from the squat rack over to the dumbbell rack, pick out their dumbbells, figure out which ones they want to use, you can already be hooked up and ready to go for your next exercise. It's really that quick and easy, all right? So just make sure, once again, it's nice and flat. Again, the wider out you stand, the more resistance there is. And then you can go into bicep curls here. You can do standard bicep curls, or you can do W ones, which is what I'm gonna do today. So a little bit angled out to the side, curling all the way up, lowering back down, going for 12 here as well, keeping those elbows nice and tight by your sides. We don't want any swinging. Really feeling that contraction in that bicep as you come up. Releasing the tension slowly and smoothly on the way down. Okay, nice, slow, controlled movements. This is 10, we have 2 more. Really squeeze up. And 1 more here, and squeeze. Good. We're gonna go into a tricep exercise now. And you are gonna use the shorter resistance band here. What you're gonna do is you're actually gonna come behind. So if I stand this way, you're gonna actually pull these between your legs. So now the band is behind your body. And what you're gonna do is you're going to hold this arm here right in the center of your back so that you create permanent resistance, on the other arm. And you're gonna bring this arm up, straight up overhead. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this way so you can see. Okay, slight bend in those knees, nice straight back. You're gonna press straight up into the ceiling, just hinging at that elbow, just till you reach 90 degrees about here, pushing straight back up. Okay, you wanna exhale on the way up and inhale on the way down. Good, and again, we're just going for 12 here. 9, 3 more on this side. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so now all you're gonna do is swap arms. Come over here, same thing, keep that one other arm centered, your stationary arm centered in the back. You're gonna press straight up, coming back down. This is a really great tricep exercise, you guys, to get rid of what my aunt likes to call those white flags. Especially in women as we get older, our bodies change, our hormones change. We get that little flabby underarm tricep wing going on. So these are a really great way to tighten up that tricep muscle. 2 more here, and look fabulous in those sleeveless tops. 1 more. Good. You can bring that right back down. We're gonna stick with this resistance band, and I'll be honest with you guys, this may be a grievous error in judgment on my part, but we're gonna try it anyway. So we're gonna get down into one of my most favorite plank variations called a plank jack. This is going to incorporate cardio as well as the plank and the resistance on these bands, okay? So now the best way I find to hold them is to kind of squeeze your fingers a little bit underneath this upper loop. That'll prevent them from flying back at you if you let go. Okay, so you're gonna bring your arms out in front of you, get up into plank position, feet nice and wide, and we're gonna go for 12. And a plank jack is out and in, okay? Really making sure you're keeping that core tight. 7, 10, and 12. So that wasn't actually as bad as I thought it was going to be with the shorter link, you guys. So that's our first circuit. I want to come over, see if anybody has any questions. I'm going to get myself a little bit closer here. See if anybody else has joined on. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Ashley. I can't see if anybody's joined on over at the Somasoul site for some reason. So if anybody's over there in Somasoul world, hi, you guys. I see that there are at least 3 people on. Thanks for joining. So that's our first circuit. I'm gonna go right back through and do that again, okay? So we're gonna get right back into our overhead squats. And again, very quickly, I'm already out of my link. Come back over here, put that one down, grab your long link, loop it back up and through. So I hope you guys are all having a fantastic summer. It has been an interesting day here where I am. It poured buckets for about 30 seconds, and now it's hot and sticky and humid out, which makes an outdoor workout that much more challenging, but it feels that much better when you're done. All right, nice wide stance, you guys. Take it out again. Toes pointed straight ahead. Bring those arms up at 90 degrees parallel to the floor. Take it nice and low. Squeeze it up at the top. Really working those glutes. For those of you that live out in California, out in what I call Somasoul land, you guys are lucky where you can wear the short shorts all year. So you want to make sure that everything staying high and tight. And for those of us here in New England, as we know, summer bodies are made in the winter. And our winters are certainly long enough. One more here. Squat it down. Stand it right back up. Good. Can release that band back down. Pop it out of those links, or those handles I should say. And grab that shorter link and hook yourself right back up for the 3 exercises to follow. Starting with our bicep curls. Now you guys, I'm going to show you a different variation of the bicep curl this round. And I like to do that with my clients actually. I will, if I'm doing a bicep curl with my clients, I will switch it up. So if we're doing 3 rounds, I'll do, 2 or 3 different styles of bicep curls. So we just did W's. We're gonna come to the front. We're gonna do standard bicep curls. I'm gonna stand really super wide here so that I can really feel that contraction at the top, okay? So nice wide stance, slight bend in the knees. You never wanna lock up your joints no matter what you're doing with exercise. You're gonna squeeze up to the top and lower back down, okay? And just as before, we're going for 12. Okay, good. Make sure you're breathing. Inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. I find that is a common faux pas of first-time clients, is they forget to breathe, they hold their breath, which as we know, raises the heart rate, makes the exercise that much more difficult, and is just generally not safe. All right, that was 12 curls there, guys. I'm going to stand sideways here, get these behind my back, right into tricep extensions. Okay, I'm facing the other way to start this time. Slight bend in those knees, press straight up into the ceiling. I try to tell my clients don't come too far past 90 degrees. You want to, with every exercise, really try to maintain some level of muscle contraction throughout the move. So you never want to fully release the tension on an exercise necessarily. That obviously depends on your abilities and what you're training for. But as we say in Somasoul world, we all train for something. So you want to make sure on these that you're really maintaining that contraction to get the most out of this small muscle group. Last one on this side. Good. Rotate around to the other side. Get that up behind you. Same movement here. Press straight up to the ceiling. Really extending that arm up to the top. Good, feeling that all the way through that tricep. Coming down, straight back up. Make sure you're breathing. And one thing that I will say to you guys that I did not do, shame on me, Trainer 101, I do not have any water with me, but for those of you out there training with me right now, whether you're using last one here, whether you're using your Somasoles or you're doing these moves with dumbbells or just your body weight or whatever it may be, please make sure to stop and take intermittent breaks drinking your water, especially if it's hot where you are. Hydration is always really important when you're exercising. Okay, getting down onto the floor into plank jack position again. Fully extend those arms out. Okay, up, starting with your feet together, making sure you're in proper plank position to begin with, and then you can start your jacks. 10, 2 more, 11, last one. Good. Nicely done, you guys. So that's round 2. We're gonna go right back into our overhead squats, finishing up our first circuit, then we'll move on to our second, okay? Just gonna pop over, see if anybody else has jumped on since I last checked. I think somebody came on in Somasole World, so let's check that out while I get myself hooked back up here. Who's joined us? Hey Josh, how are you? I hope you guys are having a great day out in California. It's a little bit earlier out there than it is here. It's 4:30 here in New England, and people are primarily getting ready to hit the town now, so this was a good time to jump on, but in California it's just after lunchtime, so hopefully some of you are catching us on your lunch break out there. All right, let's head back over. We'll go through one more round of these, and then we'll head on to 4 more exercises. All right, if you're walking with your Somasoles, keep them nice and tight so the link doesn't drag on the floor, guys, okay? Last set of squats here, nice and wide. Bringing those hands up behind you, shoulders at 90 degrees, and squat down. Good. Really driving through those heels. Proper squat position keeps you off of the balls of your feet, which keeps the pressure off of your knees, really forcing those quads to do their job, right? This is 8 here. Come on, give me 4 more good ones. Push it up. 2 more, guys. Last 2. Ready? 1 and 2. Good. Okay, let's pop out of this. Get in for our last set here of triceps, biceps, and plank jacks. And then we'll talk about our next set of exercises. I really hope you guys that do follow me on social media. I hope you know that when I recommend a product for you, that it's not just me talking out of my you-know-what. Yes, I tend to get some products complimentary to share them with you guys, but I don't promote a product that I don't really truly believe in, and this is a product that I truly believe every home gym, home exerciser should invest in. As I said when I first introduced you guys to it, it's not a ton of money and it's a super portable product. So definitely check it out when we're done with our workout here, okay? Right into bicep curls, we're going back out for W's. Ready? Up, squeeze all the way to the top, lowering back down. Good, guys. Ready? Making sure that those elbows are not coming away from your body, okay? We want them to stay nice and tight. Good. 8, we've got 4 more. Breathe. 1, 2, 3, last one. Nicely done. Good job, you guys. I don't know if you caught me in that last set. My elbows did come out a little bit on that last one. Goes to show you how tired you get using these links. They're not like any other resistance bands I've ever had, you guys. They're a lot smoother. They're not rubbery and sticky. You're gonna love them. All right, get that arm up into position. Holding it tight in the back, straight up through the ceiling. Okay, pretend you're punching that ceiling above you. Really contracting that muscle at the top. Still trying not to fully lock out that elbow joint, okay? You never want to fully lock out a joint. Push. This is 9 here. We've got 3 more. Those triceps should be burning. Mine certainly are. Last one. All right, good. Switch around to the other side. Twist that arm up and push. Good. Nicely done. Make sure that you're breathing Josh, I hope you guys over at Somasol, I hope you guys are doing this with me. My son is watching me through the window. He's crying because he wants to come out and play, but he'll be all right. My husband's inside with him. And last one here. Good. That's what happens when you're a mom, right? Kiddos always want you at the time when it's the least opportune for you, right? All right, we're gonna get down into plank jacks now. You guys, I wish you could see what's going on in my house right now. My son is running away from my husband because he wants to come out here. My husband won't let him. God bless them both. All right, right down into plank jacks. All right, body up, and we're gonna hop. 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Great job, you guys. That is our first round of exercises. Our next round, similar to this, we're gonna be switching up the links a little bit, going back to the long link to start, and then we'll be going back into the short link. So let me pop on over here, see how you guys are all doing. How's everybody doing? Yeah, definitely, Josh. If you're gonna be going out at night, especially on a weekend, really make sure you get your workout in before you do it. You'll feel so much better about it. Seriously, Melissa, it is mom life, isn't it? I mean, if it was up to him, he'd be out here with me, and under normal circumstances, I have no problem having him around when I'm working out, but when I'm doing a live feed like this, it gets to be a little bit distracting. So let's head into our second round of exercises. 4 more here, you guys. Okay, we're gonna throw our long link back in here, and we're gonna do one of my favorite resistance bands exercises, actually. I do this with clients a lot, even using, the continuous circle resistance bands. I like it better with these because you can adjust your resistance as you feel like you need, rather than kind of being a slave to one resistance. So you're gonna come nice and wide. You're gonna kind of pull these to the side. Obviously, if you pull them up here, it's gonna be a little bit tighter. What you're gonna do is you're gonna do a monster walk. I kind of like to have my hands kind of in this position, where you're gonna get into squat. You're gonna walk forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and back up. You're losing my head on that 6th one. But you guys kind of get the picture, right? And I do about 5 or 6 forward and walking and back movements here. And it depends on where I am. If I have space, I'll just have the client do like one continuous big walk across and then come backwards, back the other way, okay? So that's your monster walk. I may actually the next round go with my lighter band, which is what I think I used the other day because those seemed a little too easy for me, which means they were probably too easy for a lot of you as well. So slide that one on out, okay? We're gonna go ahead and get our short link again. And remember, you do have 2 of these. And if you feel like you need to use one link on each foot, you can. You just lose a little bit of the extra resistance from the cross between the 2 feet. But you guys can totally adjust these, kind of finagle them however you want to make them work for you. That's kind of the beauty of this. All right, so our next one is gonna be a side lateral raise. So I'm gonna cross these to make it a little bit more difficult, but again, keep your feet about shoulder width apart, cross that link right in front of your body, nice straight back. You really wanna be using your shoulders with this, okay? Slight bend in those knees. I always keep a slight bend in my knee when I'm doing standing exercises, just to protect that knee joint, okay, you guys? So hands are gonna start with your palms facing together, up and out to the side, okay? Exhale and inhale, good. Again, we're attacking those shoulders, making sure that we look fabulous, ladies, in those tank tops, bikini tops, sleeveless, strapless dresses. Guys, you all like to have those nice form delts, I know. This is a good one for you. But this also prevents you from doing the dumbbell swing that you see a lot of people do in the gym when they're doing lateral raises. This is 10. We've got 2 more. Really squeezing those shoulders at the top. Slight freeze at the top. only going to shoulder height and coming right back down. My husband just gave me the flash sign, meaning that it's 5 of. So we're a little bit longer than 30 minutes, so thank you guys for sticking around. I appreciate it. I'll probably go through one more round of this with you, and then we'll call it. So we're gonna go into the bench over row. Nice wide stance here. You're gonna come down, you're gonna row up, really letting those shoulder blades do the work of this exercise, okay? You're not using your biceps. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, making sure that that body is bent right at the waist. Nice flat back. We don't want any of this. We don't want any of this. Nice and flat. Okay. 10. We got 2 more here. 1. Last one. Good. All right. We are going to get into another of my, I guess, favorite-esque planks. You're going to do what I like to call a hand to foot. And you can do this a couple of ways. You can do this as a cardio kind of jumping, or you can do it stationary. And for the purposes of the video and my reputation, I'm not going to jump because I don't want to fall flat on my face. But you're going to get down into plank, again, making sure that you're nice and tight. Glutes, core nice and tight. And then you're going to step that foot up nice and wide, okay? Making sure when you come back, your body is getting right back in to plank position. And I do 10 of these, so 10 on each. This is 5. Really breathe through these, guys. Oh no, I lost my own feed. Last one. Good. All right, you guys. It looks like Facebook isn't liking me. Kicked me out of my own feed on my personal page, and I'm starting to have some trouble over here on Somasoul. I'm flickering a little bit. So I think with that, we will call it our workout. I was able to show you guys the second set of workouts, your monster walks, your lateral raises, your bent over rows, and your hand to foot planks. So if you guys want to see it again, you can feel free to rewind, go back, check it out, see exactly what I did. Thank you all for tuning in. It was a blast. I appreciate everybody that's watching it on replay. Share it with your friends and family. If you get a Somasoul of your own, rewatch this video. It's gonna stay on my page, stay on Somasoul's page. So that's it for me, you guys. Thank you so much for watching again. My name is Rachel Novello. I'm an ACE certified personal trainer, fitness nutrition specialist, and I love my Somasouls. So remember, make sure you get out there and sweat, find your smile in the day, and as the guys at Somasoul say, we all train for something. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Bye.